Welcome to the Healthpreneur Podcast. My name is Yuri Elkaim, New York Times bestselling author, former professional athlete, and founder of Healthpreneur, the world's leading company helping health and fitness experts start and scale high-end coaching businesses. If you want to attract more clients, learn how to convert them without feeling salesy, and deliver an amazing program for them on the back end, if you want to be inspired by what others just like you have gone through and how you can do the same no matter what life throws your way, then you are in the right place, because every single week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be bringing you the best to help you take your knowledge and expertise to the next level with your health or fitness coaching business. And if you enjoy what you see and hear and would like to take your business to the next level, then I invite you to check out our free online training over at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. And for now, let's get into today's episode. Hey guys, what's up? Yuri back with you. Welcome back to the show. Today we're talking about, should you market your program, your coaching program, before it's ready? This is a terrific question, and this has come up a few times amongst our clients. So I thought, you know what, let's talk about it on the episode, on the podcast, and let me give you my perspective on this. So if we look at the idea that we need to have everything done before we start anything, the reality is that most of us are never going to do anything. Okay, so we're always trying to get our ducks in a row. I love that saying, like, I'm just waiting to get my ducks in a row. Well, guess what? By the time that happens, you're going to have no more ducks. Okay, let me give you. So I'm a big believer in taking imperfect action. I'm a big believer in having an idea of where you're going to go with your program, and at least understanding the process. But in terms of the nitty gritty, what's the first video that I'm shooting? Does it have to be all done? What's the second video? And like all the specifics of the content, do those need to be ready before you can start enrolling clients? My belief is no. Because if you're running a coaching program, there's two ways of doing it. I think for most people starting out, the best way to do it, and if you're not, and this is specific to running a group program for the most part, whether that's 2 people, 20, 200, doesn't matter. Not necessarily one-on-one. If you're doing one-on-one, you don't really have a business because it's improv. For the lack of a better term, it's improv. You don't have a system in place for, first of all, attracting clients. Most importantly, the delivery. There's no system there. So who do you help? I help people with gut issues, cancer, weight loss, diabetes. You've got no system. You're helping a smorgasbord of people, and you're having individual conversations with them, and there's no rhyme or reason to how you're helping them other than you giving them advice. You can't scale a business like that. So what I'm talking about is when you move away from one-on-one to one-to-many, you need some type of systemized program that everybody goes through. They all come in, they do this, 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 and this. Maybe they have some check-ins with you individually, but for the most part, there's a fundamental training that is given to these clients to help them go from where they are to where they want to be. So does that training need to be done before you enroll clients? And the answer is no. The answer is really, you just have to be one step ahead of your clients, which means this. So let's say you know exactly, you have a 4-week or a 6-week or an 8-week program. You have the overarching structure of what's going to be covered in each of those different weeks, the steps that people are going to go through, right? That's the most, you can't market anything without knowing that. You cannot enroll clients without telling them the process through which they're going to go, right? So you have to know what that process looks like. But again, you don't have to have the content created within that process yet. So let's say that today you're opening up the doors and you're saying, you know what? I'm going to start enrolling clients. The only thing you need is the first week or so of content to be created, which means that they come in today and you have the first, whatever needs to be done in the first week for them to do, a couple videos, a couple worksheets, whatever it might be. As long as you have that ready, you can enroll clients. And while they're going through that first week, what are you working on? You're working on week 2, right? So it's essentially it's really almost like a beta. It's you're doing the program live, but you're 1 week ahead of your clients. And as they go through it, they're going to tell you some really cool things. Hey, I'm kind of stuck here. I don't understand this. Make a note. You can always go back and correct that or make things more clear in the future. But while they're working through week 1, you're working through week 2 or module 2. As they get to module 2, what are you working on? Module 3. So this is how I built my Super Nutrition Academy. This took me 1,000 hours to build. I would never do it again. Never recommend you do something crazy like that. It was more of a do-it-yourself course. It's a 12-month pretty much certification in nutrition. And what I did is I actually created the first 2 months before I released it. And then I was under the gun to create the rest of it as clients were coming through. So I gave myself a 2-month buffer. I said, I'm going to get the first 2 months done so that I have a little bit of breathing room. People come in today. I technically don't have to do anything for 2 months because that content's ready to go for them. But once they're at 2 months, well, what's happening next? Month 3, I have to get that stuff done. So as clients are coming in, they're working on month 1. What am I working on? I'm working on month 3. When I'm finished month 3, I'm at month 4. Now they're coming into month 2, and now month 1, 2, 3, and 4 are done. And I'm just a little bit further ahead of them on this little journey or this little race, if you will. So I didn't create all 12 months before I started enrolling clients. I didn't have to. I would have put off arguably the one program that has made our business millions of dollars. I would have delayed that by a whole year. So instead, what I want you to think about is, what's the minimum viable product? What's the minimum I need to get done in order for clients to come in? And the answer to that is, as I just said, the first week or so of your program. Now, with that said, I do want to make a public service announcement. I just watched a movie the other night on Netflix called Fire. Tremendous movie. If you want to get a reality check of some of the shenanigans people get up to, it's insane. So it's about this douchebag, Billy McFarland, who, and I call him a douchebag, you'll see why when you watch the movie. But essentially, he puts on this massive festival in some remote island in the Bahamas, $38 million in investments, and delivers on zero of it, more or less. Ends up getting millions of dollars in lawsuits, goes to jail, the whole thing. And this is a great example of what I do not want you to do. See, what they did really well is they marketed the hell out of that thing. They had the top models in the world posting on Instagram. There was a huge amount of buzz around the event. And they had a lot of, they sold out the event in 2 days. It was several thousand people. And they were selling packages for $25,000 for a cabana or a villa on the beach that didn't even exist. It was ridiculous, right? So I'm not saying market the hell out of something you're never going to create. I'm saying you're obviously a better person than that. So I'm saying know where you're going with your program, have a really good idea and outline and structure of it, but don't procrastinate and obsess over, oh my God, I haven't got all my videos done for the whole program. I don't have everything ready. It's okay. It's always going to be good enough to get your clients results. When we first started our Health Business Accelerator, number one, it was more than half the cost of what it is now. And the reason for that is because at the time it was a 2-day intensive workshop. That's it. It was 2 days and then sayonara, see you later. But what we recognized was well, if our clients' results are number one, maybe we should turn this into a longer program. So eventually it morphed into an online program, 6 months, all good stuff. And then we started adding things in like, hey, we're going to take care of all the tech for you. We're going to build out your tech. We're going to include a free ticket to Healthpreneur Live. We're going to bring in some more coaches. We're going to do all this cool stuff. And as a result, the program got better and better and better and better. But I didn't know what that stuff was going to look like from day one. And even to this day, honestly, as of yesterday of this recording, I've still gone back into our online portal and I've gone back over some of the initial trainings and I've looked at, this needs to be improved, this needs to be updated, or we're missing something here, I need to add something in here. And this is the beautiful thing is that it's a living, breathing organism. You make it better over time. You're going to see feedback from your clients. They're going to say, yes, this is working. I'm stuck here. You're going to see the same issues come up over and over again. And instead of you responding individually all the time for the rest of your life to that issue, what do you do instead? You create one good training around it and you put it inside your membership portal or your online portal for your clients. Now that one training is going to tackle that issue for the rest of time. And so this is the beautiful thing about a coaching program where you're very closely in the trenches with your clients is you're getting feedback from them. You're seeing what's working. You're seeing where they're stuck. You're seeing how things can be a little bit better, and you make your program better over time. So your program is, it's almost like a continuum to infinity. Like you'll never get there. Like there's no perfect program. There's no perfect phone. There's no perfect car. The perfect whatever does not exist yet. And it never will, because perfection is a pipe dream. It's like the horizon. We never get there. But what we can create is excellence and better. So your program a year from now, I promise you, will be better than it is today, if you care about your clients and care about growing and making something amazing. And it will be, because I think you're that type of person. So I believe, once again, that you don't have to have everything ready before you're ready to market. All you have to know is what is the process you're going to take your clients through. Because when you're on the phone with them and you're speaking with them, they're going to be asking, okay, well, how does this work? And if you don't know how to answer that, you can't enroll them. So you need to know how your process is going to work. First, we're going to do this, we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. It's a 3-month program. Here's generally what we're going to do. You're going to start here, you're going to finish here. Here's the promise. Boom. Right? They don't care about what's being said on the 3rd video in the 2nd week. Eventually, they're going to get there, and that video should be there. But for now, just have faith in yourself that you can build up the content as you go. Now, again, for you, I love working under the wire. I love working under pressure. Maybe you're not the same. So if you need more than a week buffer, give yourself a month. I don't know. Create the first month of content and then start enrolling clients. Then get your marketing out there. But please don't delay. Please, because again, like think about this. The longer you wait, the longer you suffer. The longer you wait, the longer you're basically putting off income coming into your business. The longer you wait, the more you're letting people out there suffer before you can help them. So think about that. Like get out of your head and stop worrying about you and start thinking about other people. What you have is good enough to make a big difference in people's lives. And even if it's not organized the way you want it to now, it's still good enough. I promise you that. Because for most people, what you take for granted as your knowledge and wisdom, they have no idea about. So even if it's not perfect, it's going to be powerful enough for them. Okay? So here's my challenge, my encouragement for you today is whatever deadline you've given yourself to get your program going, cut it in half. And if you I'm like, oh my God, cut it in half. Are you crazy? Yeah, I am crazy. I am insane. And I want to give you a little bit of that insanity because that's required sometimes. So if you're thinking, okay, well, I'm going to take the first 3 months to get my program dialed in, then I'm going to start marketing it. No, I want you to do that in a month and then get your stuff going. Is your program going to be done? I don't think so, but who cares? It will get done after this first round of clients, and then it's done. Okay? So hopefully this message resonates with you. Hopefully if you're somebody who's going through this thinking right now, that this gives you a bit more clarity, at least my perspective. And I look forward to seeing you in our next episode. Thanks so much for joining me. Hey, thanks so much for joining us on this episode of the Healthpreneur Podcast. If you've enjoyed this episode, here's what I'd like you to do right now. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the Healthpreneur Podcast on iTunes. And while you're there, leave us a rating or review. It helps us get in front of more people and change more lives. And if you're ready to start or scale your health or fitness coaching business and want to start getting in front of more people, working with them at a higher level without trading time for money, then I invite you to check out our free 7-figure health business blueprint training, totally free right now. And you can do so at healthpreneurgroup.com/training. For now, thank you so much for joining us. Continue to be great, do great, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.